Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is SubZeroExtabyte and I am coming at you today with a very special video. Now before we start anything, I want to warn you to please not try anything that you will be seeing at home. Everything that I am about to do is a result from me being a total dumb butt about everything that is going on. So tell that people that they should be aware. So if you do not want to end up like me in this video, then please do not try this at home. Now we shall move on to what is actually happening in today's video. Well, as you may remember, we had some encounters with noob throughout the past couple of weeks and I was testing and fooling around with some ways to make all of that stop. Now I came across one of the best things ever, which are these paint buckets. Now I just want you to know that I do not mind people being noobs, but when they come to me and come to my house and start fooling around, well, that is the moment where I will start to fire back. Literally, this time with all sorts of paint, or whatever this is. Now I will be destroying cities. So that is cool. Now we of course have got a lot of this paint stuff, but I am going to try them all, and we are starting with this chemical paint here, and let's see how this thing performs. And boom goes the dynamite, and what in the world are those other things? Jesus H Christ, what was that and why is it all white? Let's check it out, shall we? Oh good freaking lord, what in the world was that? Well, I could hear some acid going on there. So well, let's just say that we will be following the rules of the NATO, which means that we will not be using any type of chemical warfare against our enemies. I guess you could call that the arts of war. Not that anyone actually thinks about that when they are trying to destroy one another. But hey, I am not here to fight any political wars. Now we shall be moving right on before we get destroyed by the chemicals. But we will be testing the effects of the paint on a city here or neighborhood, just for educational purposes of course. We are not trying to inflict any harm with these paint things tests. Okay, well, let's see what will happen to these poor fellas who I will be using as my lab rats in this video. And well, what seems to have happened here? Nothing really, except for the fact that basically all of the people ended up dying. That was really freaking weird, I can tell you that much. But we will be conducting tests to check what even happened with that paint. Oh wait a freaking second, that was really weird. I guess that the whole world started lagging or something. This is crazy. What in the world was in that freaking paint? Well, I guess that we will not be using this on any of the noobs that will try to come into my world. This is just plain horrible. I will really have to watch out with everything that I am testing here. I guess that it is good that I came to this remote desert for this, to make sure that no harm would be done to innocent people. I mean, come on, we can all agree that the villagers are not innocent people. Have you seen what they offered for some emeralds? They are really just trying to rip you off. I mean, if you ask me, they had this coming for them. But hey, you know, that is just me. Let me know what you guys think about these paint bombs that I have got right here, and if you think that this is fair for the villagers. But next up is this water thing. Well, move on then. Now I guess we will find out why this not just normal paint, right? This might be a blast as big as the one that destroyed the dinosaurs and made them go extinct. Now let's see, I think that we are all ready for this. Hold down your arms and legs please, and boom goes the freaking paint. Now what will happen to us with this thing? Will it just bring a paint bomb here? Oh nope, that is a total and absolute nope. What the actual heck happened to this? These waves are getting bigger and bigger. This is just crazy. Who would even come to think of making something like this? That must have been one crazy freaking person, probably some mad scientists. But you know, if you were as smart as a scientist, then you know, I guess everyone would be going mad. That is actually something that has been proven. The fact that smarter people usually have a higher chance of getting things like a depression. That kind of gives a perspective to things. Sometimes knowing all is not the best thing for a human, especially when you do not know how to process some things that are like really big and revealing. It is something that makes you think, does it not? But well, we are not here to think now, are we? We are here because we want to see things getting blown up. And you know, you are not wrong for coming here for just that, because that is basically the only reason why I am here. But then again, you can guess that we are also just here to fool around and not talk about serious topics for a while. So please excuse me if I go too far on some subject, but sometimes it is rather hard for me not to talk about things that I know a lot about. So like I said, please just excuse me for that. Now this thing did not do all that much to my little mannequin city, now did it? I am looking for something that will take out these noobs without dealing too much damage to the surrounding neighborhood, but this did not even do any damage to the surrounding mannequin. So I will just have to keep testing and see whatever I can come up with to make something like this. And then of course I will have to go out of my way to make something, some type of device that will will trigger the explosive once said noob will enter my world through a portal. Or I should just make something that will destroy the portal immediately once it has been formed. That might just be the perfect crime. I mean, it is not like it is actually a crime, since I am just trying to defend my home against strangers who are trying to break and enter into my lovely and perfect Minecraft world. Now watch out and cover your ears for this one, because this one will rock your freaking socks off right now. And oh my god, that actually was not that bad. But look at this. This is something straight out of a science fiction movie. This just completely ruined the entire thing underneath it. This might be coming in handy once I am willing to just dig a hole for these fools to fall in. Wait a second, that might be the perfect crime. I would just build the portals in the middle of the sky. That way they would just fall out of the sky and fall to their deaths without bothering me. That might be amazing, and you know who will tell me that I was the one who orchestrated something like that? This might just be my way out of all of this. Now let's make sure that we have some sort of second opinion when it comes to the paint bombs. Now next to testing this nice little thing, I will be doing just a little bit more, because I feel like I owe this to all of you guys out there. I mean, we have not been talking about life as much lately, so you know I just want you guys to know what I've been up to and such, and I just want to talk a little bit to you guys and show some interaction, because you know the time of the year is coming again, where the days start to get a little longer and the sun starts to shine just a little more often. Not that it is much, but hey, beggars cannot be choosers, I guess. But yeah, so I will be testing a lot more things today, and I will be talking about myself a lot today, so you will just have to watch out for that, because this is going to be great right now, and I can pretty much assure you of that. Well, actually I should not have to, because you guys should know that we are going to be having a lot of fun, because that is just what we do around here, and it is just amazing if you ask me right now. So let's get started with everything now, shall we, you guys? Let's continue. But let me just tell you that you guys should not be playing around with this paint thing like I am doing right now. I mean, I am doing it in a game right now, and it is already dangerous for me right here. Now of course, please do not ever do this in real life without the permission or supervision of an adult or caregiver, because otherwise things will be going wrong real quick, and of course damage could turn out to be permanent. Now this will not surprise you, but most damage inside of a game is not permanent, at least right here in Roblox. So when you are doing this in Minecraft, still use care, but you can pretty much do whatever you like if you think that this is okay. Okay, but still use caution when handling these things, even when in Minecraft, because things could be worse, but they also could be a lot better, so please just use caution for me. Thank you. Okay, since we just died, I have no idea what to actually do in this game mode right now. I mean, I literally have no clue. But that might just be me. I am just here because I want to fool around with this paint right now, because that is pretty cool. You might know that I am pretty clumsy and that I am not that well trained. I mean, you have all seen me run for like 10 minutes and I am pretty much in a dying state afterwards. So that is nothing to be really proud about. But something that I actually am pretty proud about is that I now can do whatever I want with this thing. I mean, there will be no more endurance tests in high school for me with this thing, because I will just disappear and reappear somewhere with this thing. How cool is that? I mean, it is just like this right here. I can do whatever I want and these guys have no idea what is even going on right now. That is so cool, right? I mean, this is just the best thing ever. I wish that I could be using this thing for the rest of my life. I mean, it would make everything just like a lot easier right now. I mean, how cool would it be if I were to use this in every video from now on? I guess that it would be getting kind of stale though, but that might just be me. Maybe you guys will love it forever, or maybe you will not. Who knows? I cannot predict the future. You might know that I am pretty clumsy and that I am not that well trained. I mean, you have all seen me run for like 10 minutes and I am pretty much in a dying state afterwards. So that is nothing to be really proud about. But something that I actually am pretty proud about is that I now can do whatever I want with this thing. I mean, there will be no more endurance tests in high school for me with this thing, because I will just disappear and reappear somewhere with this paint. How cool is that? I mean, it is just like this right here. I can do whatever I want and these guys have no idea what is even going on right now. That is so cool, right? I mean, this is just the best thing ever. I wish that I could be using this thing for the rest of my life. I mean, it would make everything just like a lot easier right now. I mean, how cool would it be if I were to use this in every video from now on? I guess that it would be getting kind of stale though, but that might just be me. Maybe you guys will love it forever, or maybe you will not. Who knows? I cannot predict the future. Now again, right now I have got no idea where I actually am right now. I mean, when I look at the scenery I think that I am at the freaking Lord of the Rings set or something. I mean, just look how vast all of this landscape is. I mean, what could I be doing here if it not were for the paint? I mean, I would be like a fish in a very big pond with a bucket that will make the fish burn. That did not make any sense. But that does not matter because that is the way that I like things to be right now. And there is nothing that you can do about it. Alright, I am kidding, there are a lot of things that you can do about that. I mean, you could leave the video right now, or unsubscribe or something like that, or dislike the video. But I am betting that you will not do that because I am just that great to you guys. And I am also that grateful to you guys. I mean, there is no such thing for me as you guys. I mean, I would have never been able to do all this nonsense with this paint if it was not for you guys. So as always, I want to thank you for that. Well, oh my god, I am not sure what I have just unleashed, but I can tell you that these are a lot of flying burning blocks. But you know, I guess the maid will clean all of that up because I will need some more time to experiment with all of these things before I actually end up having to get arrested or anything for doing this. Usually you can only fool around with explosives on the 4th of July, but since that is not today and neither is it New Year's Eve, so I could probably get busted for doing this. But you know, if that is what I have to do to fight for my freedom, then I will be glad to do anything right now, because I am not backing down right now. I will be the one who will come out on top of this today. I will make sure that once I build my new house there will be no one around of my pleas that is able to destroy everything that I have worked so hard for. Or maybe I should just let some of these mankind's marked TNT bombs go off and just get one of those houses. That actually might be the way to go with this. But then again, I really just want to build something like that for myself because it brings me peace and some peace of mind, so I would rather just do all of that on my own once I have to come here again when I am stressful. Because I came here the other day and some freaking noob came around and he was not that bad, but it just gave me a lot of stress, and I did that thing with the creepers which was also pretty freaking stressful and anxiety inducing. So you know, I came here and decided to do something about my little problem by getting rid of the stress and anxiety by blowing some stuff up and by finding a way which would keep all of those noobs at bay when I am around here. That is just the ugly truth. I am sorry if it sounds like really harsh, but if this is what I have to do to finally be on my own in my own Minecraft world, then I will be okay to do all of this right now, and I will be bearing the consequences, of course, because that is just who I am as a person. Oh wait a second, did I just really elevate this whole tectonic plate? That is amazing. That is just amazing for me, but also for science. I will have to write all of my findings down so that I can make sure that there will be things getting done with all of this. This is just crazy, my man. Now I will just start blowing things up because you know how it is. I just want to blow things up. Next to being an amazing science man, I am also just a freaking boss when it comes to these things. So you can just enjoy me doing a lot of stupid things right now. And those stupid things include a lot of not swearing, of course, because that is not how we roll around here. But I will be making sure that I blow up a lot of stuff just for the heck of it. And like I said, I am just trying to get some stuff done, and I am trying to get rid of all of the stress that I am having right now by just making sure that none of this will ever be a problem anymore. And I will be having to do a lot of blowing stuff up to actually make up for all of the stress that I have been in throughout the last couple of weeks. Because like I said, a lot of things happened throughout the weeks. I mean, one of the only breaks that we got was that we now have chip in Minecraft as well. But now as you can see, I have not really mastered the bucket yet because I have not spent that much time with it. And so like I always say, you are not yet a pro with something unless you spend an X amount of time with it. And which amount of time is that? Right, good job, it is 10,000 hours. When you have spent 10,000 hours doing something, so if you have spent 10,000 hours playing football, or playing tennis, maybe even writing a book or something, that when you reach those 10,000 hours of experience, that you are a professional. So that is what I did. I was not really aiming for those 10,000 hours.